So we're talking about simultaneous color contrast here. And what that is where you have a big color and you have a little color. And the big color affects the little color in very specific ways. So what's going on is the big color gives the little color the opposite of its characteristics. So if this particular color is light, it makes this look darker. If it's darker, it makes it look lighter. If it's blue, it makes it look more orange. If it's dull, it makes it look brighter. So if we do this, it doesn't do much for the difference in hue, but this is bright, it makes it look dull. But what we want to do is show you that it's the same piece of paper, and this is the format that you guys will use to set these effects up so you can monitor them without having to cut the paper up. But what we want to do from here is learn how to control a change in one characteristic at a time and use the other two to hold it in place. And I'll explain what that means in a second. So this is more or less a solution for the value problem, but we're going to be looking for a solution to, this is the solution to the hue problem. We're going to go and look for a solution to the value problem. So what we need to do is just pick a color, any color. And so I'm going to grab this guy. And okay, so it doesn't matter what color this is because all we're trying to do is control value. We want to make one side lighter and one side darker. So if we grab a dark purple and then we grab, that's not purple, and we grab a light purple and we put this here, you guys can see there's a little bit of a difference. This is darker, making this look lighter. This is lighter, making it look darker. If we want this to look even better, we go and do that. So it's really dark, now it's really light. Now, the reason that these are both purple is because if we do this, we still get a value change, but what's happening is the purple is making this look more yellow, and the blue is making this look more orange. So the inside color is being affected by the hues that we're using, and we don't want that, because that's going to be a theme throughout these little projects, these puzzles, as we like to call them, that you're going to have an effect that you're trying to control for, and you're going to have usually two effects you're trying to control against. So this is a solution to value. So all you do, pick a color, pick another color, and then make one side dark, one side light. Try and keep the intensities basically the same. I know I didn't address that, but with this one, intensity is not as important. We can go with a much brighter purple. And it still works. Not as well. This one's better. So the next one is going to be hue, which I think is probably the hardest of these. If you can nail that down, the rest of it's pretty easy. In this segment of the video, we're going to be talking about hue. On the sheet, problems 3 and 4 are about making a change to the hue of the inside color, but keeping value and intensity the same. So the first thing we have to do is talk about the color we're going to try and change. So we're going to say this is a purple that leans towards blue. So whatever color happens to be the one that you picked, and it doesn't really matter, you can pick any of them. The color that you choose will kind of tell you where to start. So if you're trying to make this, which is already purple, more purple, what color would you pick? Well, yellow, a big yellow makes everything inside it more purple. So we just need a big yellow. So if we go with this, we know we're already on the right track. Now you can see a hue difference starting to happen just between these two. But if we go warm on this side to make this cooler, we want to go cool on this side. So let's go over and do that. Now you can see over here, it's a little bit warmer. It's a little bit cooler. The intensities are essentially the same, but I want to make some adjustments because we want to make sure that the values are also the same. So let's get rid of that guy. Let's bring in a different yellow and a lighter blue. Let's try this. Okay, so this is interesting. The blue here is making this more orange, which isn't exactly what we want. Purple doesn't really want to be orange. Purple wants to be either blue or red because those are its component parts. So we probably want to switch this out for a green. But the idea behind this one, that the blue here leans towards green, is on the right track. This yellow leans more towards orange, which is going to be good. It's going to keep this blue. But I want to make some more adjustments to the value. So let's try this. Okay, so this green is kind of a middle green, maybe a little bit yellowish, but it's very close in value to this. So now we need a yellow that's going to be the same value as these two. That looks like it's a little bit light, but it's also more orange. That looks pretty good. Okay. So that's pretty strong. Now, let's see if we can't find a green that's a little cooler. Okay. That's better. Now what we've got is all three of the colors are the same value. And that's one of the reasons why you guys can see this so clearly. If we did the same thing where the inside color was much lighter, then the other two were the same value but they were darker, it doesn't work as well. And you guys can try that, you'll see. But right now, all three of these colors are equal luminant, and equal luminance, actually it turns out, is a trigger for the simultaneous color contrast effect. So that's one of the reasons why you're seeing it so strong here.